All right, guys, I'm gonna be talking now about like how to get into a new season or a new expansion of Hearthstone. Let's say this is exactly like what's happening to me right now. Like I have work, I'm not a full time on the game, and I've been playing Battleground for the past like couple of months. So I'm gonna show you guys how to like get into the expansion, try like how to get to the popular decks and how to get into the game really fast. So this is me right now. I'm into the expansion, Descent of the Dragons. It's been out for 2 days now, and I have no idea what's going on. Right. I just wanna get a like a quick start and just to get into the patch. So what I would do is that I just would go to this website called Hearthstone top decks. You can see it in the description below, or you can just type in Hearthstone top decks on Google, just Google search. You can actually get whatever website that you're familiar with, but I just personally use this one. And here in this website, you can actually see the feature decks, top standard, meta decks. What I would do, I would just go to ladder decks because you're playing ladder, right? So you're not playing tournaments. Um, you just want to get a quick start on ladder decks. So I would do that. And here we can see like some legends, like some people who gets legend rank and some decks that I got. So apparently there's a Death Rattle Rock here, for example. It's number 18 legend. There's a Galakron Shaman, fourth legend. So what I would do is like I will like first what I would do is just I will just open up like most of the decks I can see, and I will just take an idea of like what's going on. So what I would do is like something like this. I will just open up the new decks. Pirate Warrior. Um, so my advice for you guys, or at least that's what I would do for me, is that I will just I will just start with a really cheap and like aggro deck or like tempo deck, so I can just like before I invest my mana into like a expensive decks, I just wanna get a feel of the meta first, because like a lot of times you can get a deck where it's like it seems like it's really cool, but it needs like 20,000 mana or whatever. So here, what's cool about this website, it tells you like how much mana you need to spend on the deck. For example, this Warlock, right? Like Malygos Warlock, sometimes it seems to you like it's very cool, but you don't want to commit like 16,000 mana, and like and for the deck to be out of the meta in a week. So I will get something tempo or aggro, get a feel of the meta, play for like a couple of days maybe, and then go from there. Especially like, I mean, that's what I'm saying about like the mana management. If you have a lot of mana and you just want to have fun, then whatever. But for me, like I play often, so like I have mana, but I don't have mana to like buy all the decks, right? So I need to manage the mana. Especially, I need to be careful at the beginning of the meta. So whatever there's a new beginning of the meta, I don't want to commit too much into it unless I'm sure that I'm getting a deck that I can get me too far. Um, or sometimes it's up to you. Sometimes it's just like if you're really really new to the this patch and you believe that you have a really like constructive deck, you can invest, and that's kind of like a risk. Like if you come up with new ideas at the beginning of the meta, that's when you can get like high rankings really fast, right? Um, so something like a pirate warrior here is something that I would advise you guys to do. It only needs like 8,000 mana. It's an aggro. You can actually learn the game by playing it and then just get a feel of the meta, right? So I will just open up some Miracle Rug. So I'll just open up few decks. For example, Ram Druid. Here like it doesn't like no, like here it doesn't seem like it has like a high like ranking, but whatever. I will just take a look at it. Did we open up a Garrosh? We open up one, so I want to double do it. Quest Hunter. See, the meta is changing like way too much. I had like a literally couple of minutes look yesterday on this website, and it was just different. decks, right? Aggro Shaman. This is something that you guys would wanna try on. 6,000 mana Aggro Shaman. You can just, just try the new expansion with it. This one I think was the Death Rattle Rogue with like a little bit aggro, I think. So yeah, so you just like get a feel of the meta, right? So you can see like like what is the idea of these decks. For example, now we have here this Rogue, right? The idea of it is I think this card is the key here. Draw a Death Rattle minion from your deck and gain this Death Rattle. So basically it goes with this minion, right? So early on 4th mana, you can put in this minion and you can get the Death Rattle of 7/7, right? So basically that's like the idea of the deck. So this minion that I was telling you guys about earlier on, that this minion is very OP because for 5 mana, I think this is one of those cards is that you need in all the decks, like in this meta, because like you get way too much value out of 5 mana. So it's a 5/4. It's a good stats, um, and um, and it transforms one of your minions that already there into the copy of this. So basically, like you can transform a 1/1 into a 5/4 with a rush. So you'll have like 2 rushes on 5 mana. So that's like a really OP card that I think we should playing in like all the decks. So this deck, for example, seems pretty decent. You don't have. So what I would do here is that this deck seems like pretty legit. Just because it's a tempo one or it's like an aggro one, you don't really need a lot of skills to play this one because like you're not doing much here, right? So basically you're just playing minions, um, and you're just playing this card and getting the death rattle, right? And what I would recommend you guys to do is that maybe like don't play the legendary first until you get a feel of the decks, right? And you don't want to commit to this legendary minion, right? Um, so let's see the shaman one. So it's based off of draw, color ground. Galacron. So it's based off of this legendary, right? The new one. So this card is pretty. For example, this card is a key here. It's a very tempo-ish card. Summon 2/3 spirits with taunt. If you've involved twice, give them. So if you use 2 cards that involve twice, evolve them twice for your legendary, you will get the stats of 3/3. So for 5 mana, you will get 5/6/5/6 and 5/6/5/6 with taunts. That's pretty good without overload or anything. That's pretty good. So it's not a quest shaman, right? You can also play a quest shaman probably. Not a quest shaman, but it's kind of like evolved shaman. Yeah, guys. So what would you do is like you would go through the main. It literally just takes you like 10 minutes, right? You just examine those. Let's just examine this for the last one, just for an example, right? Add a random pirate to your hand. You take a rush, some weapons here after your attacks. Draw a pirate from your deck. That's why it's a pirate warrior. 2 copy of this. You have rush. Wow. Draw 1 minion, give it 4/4, and you can upgrade it. So you can draw like a lot of minions, draw a lot of minions with this minion, right? This legendary here. This one obviously the classic Bloodsail Raider, where you can actually get a lot of attack with if you put in the weapons first. Obviously this minion is gonna be in all the decks, right? Aggro. If you're aggro, if you're late game, whatever, like it's gonna be in all your decks, right? Okay, that's really good card just because this is probably like one of the basic cards in the meta, right? Because you always need to, this is higher the chance of you getting your legendary. You know, basically all this decks is based on this legendary. So this one, draw the gala around here. So so guys, you get the idea. Is that what I did now? For example, this deck needs two legendaries, right? You can also go with just the rocks, just to how many. I'm supposing like this one, for example, this legendary is, we played this legendary a lot in the previous meta, so you guys probably will be having it. Also the Edwin too. So this one, I would consider this one as a pretty cheap deck. It really doesn't. Also like Leroy, we all have it. I mean, you guys are supposed to have it, right? If you guys don't have the old legendaries, then it means that this deck is a little bit expensive for you, because there's like 4 legendaries in here. Whether this pirate have only 2, right? Now for me, um, like I have all these old cards. Like I have the Zeliax, I have the Genkies, right? I have this one. So basically, this deck doesn't cost me anything. I'm not gonna buy this one, right? So what I would advise you guys is just like, yeah, you can literally in like 10 minutes, you will have like an overview of all the popular decks. People would be like exactly looking at the same decks that we're looking at right now and just playing with those. Once you have an idea about what decks out there, once you get into Hearthstone, you can actually you can know what to expect, right? And then we can just like copy a deck. Um, So, and also we can copy the decks really easy. So what we can do is that we can copy the deck here, go to my new collection, do a new deck, for example. See? So it will tell you like, do you want to copy this deck? So basically just with, as easy as that, it will automatically copy you the deck from the Hearthstone Top Decks website to here. And what's cool about it, it'll tell you what cards you're missing, you know? So basically you don't even have to like alt tab and copy all the cards. It will tell you, all right, like this is what you have, this is what you're missing, right? So you need to buy those. So basically also you can like see if like how much mana you have to spend if you need to buy this deck, you know? So you literally can do it in 10 minutes. Yeah, so this is how you guys get into the new expansion. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, hit here below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and smash that button.